So let me provide the topic, and here the topic for you is objective is important in life of a person. Objective is important in life of a person. So this is the topic given. Objective is important in the life of a person. So just think over it, how you will say, what you will say. Okay, Rohan, the topic is objective is important in the life of a person. Objective is important in the life of a person. Hemant, please unmute yourself. No, start your discussion, please.
Good evening, friends.
Hello.
Today's topic, objective is important in life of a person, is very relevant to each one of us. Our objective in life is what defines us. It gives our life a meaning, and it gives us motivation every day to go on and carry out our daily work to achieve our objectives. So now I believe that we will have a very good discussion on this, and we'll get a very good constructive point. So I open the house for discussion.
Yes, Varnima, I agree with you. Objective is very important in life. Rather, I think that when we have an objective in our life, we have purpose to live a life. We live a life with a purpose to accomplish our objective and do the necessary steps to obtain that objective. It gives meaning to our life also, so that there is no distraction in any way, that we have some purpose to achieve there.
Yes.
Adding with these points, I believe that the objective of a person in a life, that should be identified as much early as possible in their daily life. In their life means, for example, that many times we can see that many college students or like school students also who opt for science in their 11 12, but later on of their stages they realize that is not suitable for him or her. So then they choose a different path in their career. So I believe that having this objective importance of objective must be very much clearer as early as possible. And for that, I think mainly when we are in the, what do I say, on not on the adult age, like below around 15, 16, like that, their parents should also guide their student, guide their children, that what they should want to achieve. And also that means if anyone recognizes that thing as early as possible, then like he can set his clear goal in a right path, and then he or she can achieve that in a much more good manner.
At this point, I would like to
Yes,
give
friends,
this.
I agree. Yes,
At this.
friends, I agree with you. Yes, friends, I agree with you. Yes, if you have a specific lead, a disciplined life day, and and it gives you motivation at the same time. If you don't have an objective, you have a good talent also, it is not useful for as well. Without objective, you have to shift the different organizations or companies. Having an objective is very important in my opinion.
So I would like to add the dimension to this is that objective can be a small scale objective or a big scale objective. Like for example, we have small scale objectives like I want to complete all these tasks today at any cost. So these are small scale objectives which we want to achieve. Whereas a big scale objective can be to have a very successful career which we want in our lives, which is a long term objective we had and we are now trying to achieve it. So objectives can be on a small scale or a large scale for everyone individually.
Yes, I agree with you, Swarnima. And doing the small scale objective helps us to achieve the large scale objectives. Means doing one means presenting one day at a time can help us to broaden our picture in the large scale objective.
Yes,
Uh,
yes. Means
yes.
I want to add regarding that, that the thing which Vanima told, that what we want to achieve in career in a long term. So like mainly when we means like in our scenario only, that when we are applying for any company or giving any going for an organization, so like the importance must be to excel in that role. That many of us tell that, okay, I want to work in this organization, it is a dream. Yeah, that is actually one many people's dream is there to work in this
Yes.
organization. But to excel in that career, but to means like for us, that excel as an electrical engineer, that should be the main motive, or that should be the aim. Then we can complete those daily tasks as which he told, that then only we can fulfill our aim, and like mainly like that. So
And I also want to add some new points that for us, as we are a positive people, for us the objective is positive. But for some people, it can be a hurtful for environment or people also. Like example, terrorists. They have a negative objective of uh, making their monopoly and trying to kill people. So the objective should be positive to help us in life. It depends on person to person.
Like coming out of poverty is a big objective for many people that we have to work our way out to get out of poverty and do something for us and our families and increase level in the society.
And
yeah, yeah,
objective
yeah.
and no, means objective is important in life, but to achieve the objective, working towards it is also important. Not only defining an objective, but helping to achieve that is also very important.
And
Yes,
if we are regularly revisiting our objectives and citing them, then it also gives us an opportunity to remove the redundant task which we are doing and streamline our task, and that makes us more efficient in our work.
Yes.
Yes, becoming completely focused. I actually very much agree with the point that Ariti mentioned there, that the objective will also be in a positive nature. That is, must be in a constructive manner, because otherwise having a like a bad objective can be bad for anything, bad for country, bad for any organization, and it can be very it's very what do I say, destructive in nature. So yeah, that should also be
I mean,
seen, that the objective should be in a good manner, or which is beneficial for everyone, beneficial for the country and organization and all. Yeah.
like solely having the objective of just earning money, but going through any ways to do that bad ways. So I
Yeah.
think we are trying to
Yes.
point out that we need to have an objective with correct morals.
Yes,
True.
Yes,
yes.
True.
friends,
That would guide.
I have a few points. I have also had a few in positive or negative objective. Yes, the negative objective means you have the terrorism. Terrorism is also a objective, but it is not good for the society for healthy living. For a good objective means making a ISRO organization, Baba Atomic Research at the starting. These are the good objectives, and the bad object terrorism are the bad objectives. But objective, you have only object is not important. You should work daily, and we should uh, always about judge about our daily progress on the objective. Without hard work, I think one objective is not sufficient. We have to do our work daily, and we have to go with a disciplined life as well.
And objectives are so crucial that I think it is helping all of us to evolve. Like we are scientists are having objectives to lead our country towards more and more innovations, and that's why from candles now we are using LED. So I think objective on in a long term is also directly related to our human growth and evolution.
Yes. Yes, I agree with you. So the leaders who are there, they have some objective in their life to change their lifestyle, and because of them everyone is getting benefited. So objective is so important that it can also create leaders and it can affect the whole society.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
regarding this.
the whole
Yeah.
yes, I should add one. The world leaders would the converting from fossil fuels green.
Yes.
This is also one.
Yeah, so regarding that thing, that the objective, and also one thing, that the objective should not always be for a personal thing, that want that to accomplish my objective, I will not take care of the others, all let the others be going what it is, but I will just focus on my objective. That also should not be the case. He or she must also think about, if he or she is working in an organization, then he must think about the parent thing, or like he or she must think about the country also, on a national scale also, like while achieving its objective, whether it is beneficial for the country, beneficial for the company, not only for personal accomplishments. It will not do good for everyone. So that also must be taken care of. So
Yes,
yeah.
even a small objective of helping needy people or needy children or not littering and help, I mean, supporting the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan is also a great objective, which is helping national.
Yes, 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 yes. Objectives cannot be always on a personal note. It can be, yeah, serving for the country. Yes, that can.
Yeah. Also, I would like to make this point that objectives of others can also inspire us to have better objectives. Like we have role models, and we are inspired by the objectives also, and how they work their way through to achieve those objectives, which is beneficial for us.
Yes.
Yeah,
we not only see their objective, but we also get motivated to work even harder.
Yeah.
And these defining objective uh, can help our life by getting inspired from them. Means we also work hard with them, and it can change our life also.
Yes. And objectives can be abstract. It is not that objective is only towards for getting a job, or like we are focused on that we are getting job. But objective can be so personal, that about losing weight, get feeling stronger
Hmm.
from within. Some people might be tackling health issues, mental issues, which is very prevalent right now. So they want to come out of depression. They want to come out and even go to psychiatrist for help. That is a step which is not taken. That can be objective at a very personal level.
Yes, these are the great objectives, and currently we are facing so much criticism. Like the biggest objective of so many people is not thinking that what everyone else is thinking about us. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
the very small objectives also are very important.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, so it is a very
Yes, sir.
vast topic, or a vast ideas are there, or vast things which can be objective for anyone's life and all. Yeah.
Yeah, as friends, objectives I think in different. For example, getting a good rank is objective. It work for a single person. So an organization set an teamwork, then another different is a country can set an objective to become a developer. It is totally those are different. Means the person's working in one person will work single objective. In other area one team. In other area whole country will working for a objective. So in my
Okay.
think the objectives are different.
Okay. Now, each one of you can introduce one by one. Swarnima, introduce. Sorry, conclude this one by one. Swarnima, conclude the entire discussion.
Yes, sir. So, friends, we had a very constructive discussion, and we brought out many different points. Like we brought out that objective can be on a small scale or a large scale, and it can be very personal, or it can reflect the national issues of the country, and it can lead us to become leaders. And we also discussed that others' objectives can influence us, and it can increase our efficiency. So in all, I think that we agreed on the point that objectives are very important in our life, and they should be very positive in nature.
Okay. Aditi.
Okay, sir. So we had. I'm glad to conclude conclude the today's discussion. So we had a very fruitful discussion on this topic. We discussed that objectives are very important in life because they help us to be in discipline. They gives us motivation. There are very positive impacts, such as they can create leaders. They can help us to tackle our mental health, our any health issues. They can also help toward making the society very good. But everyone's conclusion also included that the objective is important, but it should be in a correct moral values. So we had a conclusion that objectives are important, but it should be in the correct spirit. Thank you.
Okay. Rohan.
Yeah, so thank you for the opportunity for giving me to conclude on this topic. So we had a very good discussion, and we discussed about various perspectives of objectives and how everyone sees through it. So like objectives as discussed, like it can be a daily task to a long-term career goal, and objectives can be on a personal level, on a country level, and also regarding that the objectives must, if it must also abide by the abide by the which favors the country or the organization or the person, like not it must not be in a bad way or an immoral way. And also that objectives necessarily not be on the academic line or like personal lines. It can be anything. It can be inspired by any person, inspired by anyone. So, and also I believe that objective, the clarity of objective must be set right from, means like as early as possible, so that he can have a clear goal, can clearly set his targets, and then give the effort or go on to complete those, to accomplish those objectives. And that's all. I think that's mainly on this point we had a discussion. And thank you.
Yeah, Dola Raju.
Yeah. Okay, friends, we have a very good discussion and we get a good points on this. As Swarnima said that objectives are small scale objectives. And Swarnima also included one more point. Someone have an objective to uplift the people who are under poverty line. One more our friend types like positive objective and negative objective. And one more our friend tells objective never be a personal. In my personal opinion, objective is most important and it never be a personal. Along with objective, we must have a discipline to achieve that. So this is my personal opinion. Thank you, friends.
Okay, so let me now give you the feedback of whatever you said. See, as far as this your entire discussion is concerned, group discussion, especially related to conclusion, if I start with, you people are not sticking to the format of conclusion. In the conclusion, you people are to say in such a way that it is the conclusion from all the members. I mean, the way to say it has to be accordingly. You need to say that, friends, we had a very good discussion and everybody contributed in this discussion. Some members were of this opinion, some members were of this opinion. Something like that you have to speak. Otherwise, it will look like you're giving your own opinion in the conclusion also. It should not look like that. It should look like that it's a conclusion of the group. That is very, very important. So just focus on that first. The pattern, please write in your copy. What is the pattern of conclusion? Friends, we had a discussion here, which was turbulent, which was very good, which was very fruitful, whatever it was. And now I want to conclude this discussion. So we all agreed that this is the thing, that objective should be there in the life, that all of us agreed. And also we agreed that objective should be short term and long term. Some members said that objectives, when we decide, it should be like it gives the benefit to you, to the society, to the community, to the country as a whole. And then some members were of the opinion that for achieving the big objective, ultimate objective, short objectives, stepwise objectives should be there. So मतलब बाकियों का भी include करो उसमें. Conclusion has to be like that. None of you is concluding in that format. Number one. Number two, you people are lacking energy in your discussion. I told you that day also. It should be like full of energy. Your body posture, gesture should reflect that energy. Introduction typical should be like, friends, the topic is given for the discussion today's objective is important in the life of man. And I fully agree with the statement. Objectives are very important because objectives are like signboards which guide you which direction you should go. And they are self-directional also for you. Friends, in my opinion, we should discuss this entire topic in the categories of short-term objective, long-term objectives. What is the relevance of the objectives? What kind of objectives a person can set and how they help him in his life. Now I open the house for the discussion. Give the direction. And then in the body, you define what is short objective, short-term objective, long-term objectives. Friends, give the example. Friends, like presently, our objective is to get into a really good job. I consider it as a short-term objective. The moment I get a good job, I will be financially independent. I will be safe and secure in my career. And then will be the time when I can think of long-term objective. Friends, the long-term objective has to be linked with society, community, country. So maybe when we discuss about long-term objective, we will be talking about our vision. Like vision and mission statement of any organization also mention its long-term objective. They are like in entire life what you want to do. So in our opinion, it can be like, I want to become asset for my organization. That has to be long-term objective. I want to become a very responsible citizen. I want to be a set for my family. I want to achieve something big in the profession. That is long-term objective. Long-term objective cannot be achieved overnight, and hence is the relevance of short-term objective. So this way you guys should give examples, you should give direction, you should give structure, you should make the categories. That is very important. And the interviewer in the observer gives you marks on the basis of how good structure you make it. Can you think of, entire topic in some kind of categories? Long term, short term, why short term is important? What is the long term? Examples, short term, I give you example this, long term, I give you example this. Why you guys are not giving example? Why you are not following the structure of GD? Why you are not actually dividing and classifying? These are some of the very important points. In your copy, you should write it. Introduction has a format, conclusion has a format, structure should be given, classification should be given, example should be given. You people are to participate with energy. These are some important points. Write in your copy, read 20 times, and then participate in GD. Right? GD is not about knowledge. I have told you nothing which actually you are not knowing. But I told you structure, I told you classification, I told you the way to participate. That is very important. Right? That's all from my side. No, anything you want to ask or tell? Individual feedback is Swarnima lacking energy. Swarnima, you have to speak. You have to give structure. You have to follow the structure pattern, something like that. Introduction, you did not give structure classification. Aditi, again, you are initiative. You are not taking. You are not participating. Rohan, you are speaking, but clarity is missing. The kind of simplicity and straightforwardness with which you can participate, you are not speaking that clear. That is the part. Dola Raju, I could not hear because of internet problem, connectivity problem with you. So stick to this and follow it. Write the point which I told you in your copy and follow those. Right? Anything you want to ask or tell?
Sir, means the group size will be like approx how much? If like 25
7
students
to 8.
candidates are part.
7 to 8.
Okay.
Right? Anything else?
No, sir. Just now, I think just need to work on.
Okay, then you prepare well.
Ourselves.
Prepare well so
Yes,
that we do really good in this. And every day, I think now you are gonna have 2 GDs minimum. Participate करो, लेकिन learn करो. Quick learner बनो, right? चलो, I take leave
yes,
of you then. Thank you.